A little bit of FA Cup fever in the air as Aston Villa play Preston at the Deepdale, I think might be their stadium, away from home in the quarter final of the Emirates FA Cup. We have a chance here to book our place in the semi-final. We really should take it, as Preston are, I think, around mid-table in the Championship. It's as good a chance as any Aston Villa have at getting within a whiff of a little bit of silverware, a little bit of a major trophy for the first time in over 30 years. We're going to be breaking down the game today, predicting the lineup and the score, as well as a bit of a preview. So if you are enjoying this type of content, leave a like, subscribe down below so you do not miss a thing. Without further ado, let's have a little chat about the FA Cup quarterfinals and how Aston Villa really should be progressing to the semis and taking this chance and grasping it with both hands to get our hands on that trophy. So as you can see on the screen, I think the first thing to understand is that this is a game, yes, that comes after we've had a warm weather break. We were over in Saudi Arabia, I believe it was, playing a little friendly game actually, where Asensio got a goal, the Zazie got a goal, and a youngster got a goal as well. But we have had a few weeks off, obviously a couple of weeks. International break, and the fact that Thomas Tuchel seems to love concert and Rashford means that they haven't had a break. Rodgers also played in both games as well. And obviously the likes of Emi Martinez would have played both games for Argentina. He was keepy-uppy-in, is that the phrase? I think so. On Brazil as Argentina beat them 4-1. So a few of our players have been away on international break playing games, but the rest have been over in Abu Dhabi, taking in the warm weather mid-season training camp. There's no more international breaks now, so it's full focus on Aston Villa for all of our players. But again, you look at the fixtures on the screen, it is not going to be easy. We are very, very congested, especially in the month of April. And yes, this game again comes after a few weeks of respite for some of the players, not the international break lads. But you have to have a look at this. We play this game on Sunday, the 30th of March. Fine. Couple of weeks off. Brilliant. 2 days later, really. 2 full days, right? You have Monday, Tuesday. Then we play Brighton. Just above us in the league. We have to win that game in the Premier League, away from home. Then, 2 full days after that, we have to play Nottingham Forest at Villa Park. Another team vying for those top 4 spots. A fantastic team this season. You think, right, bloody hell, we've got 2 of the teams above us in the Premier League in humongous stakes games out of the way. The boys will get a rest after that, right? Nope. Then we have to go to Paris and play the first leg of our UEFA Champions League quarter-final. Just 3 full days after that Nottingham Forest game, we play PSG. Then we get a little bit of a break. And by a little bit of a break, I literally mean 2 or 3 full days again, as we play Southampton in the Premier League. I think this could be a game. Again, I don't want to disrespect any team in the Premier League. They're clearly fantastic. They're clearly fantastic players. But let's be honest, Southampton are not up to par. That's why they're going to go straight back down. I think that's going to be a game where we're going to see a few players rested. And then just 2 full days after that Southampton game, we welcome PSG to Villa Park. So if you think we're going to go full on balls to the wall against Preston, I don't actually think we are going to. I think there are going to be some players being rested and not risked for this game purely because of those fixtures. But so with all that taken into account, what is my starting lineup? Let's have a little look, shall we? And there you can see on the screen, guys, please do not crucify me. I know I've made some really big omissions to this team, but let me have a little chat to you about it. Emi Martinez is going to start a quarter-final in a major cup competition. There's no doubt about that. Yes, he has been nursing this injury, managed to play games for Argentina just fine, so I think he'll be all right. I'm going to go Ian Maatsen on the left-hand side. I think he needs to play games to unlock his full potential. I think that Digne is probably going to be preferred in those PSG games. He can have a little bit of an extended rest. Pau Torres is coming back from injury. I think he needs minutes, and this is a perfect game. We're going to have a lot of possession. We're going to be on the ball a lot. You'd imagine there's not going to be a massive amount of defending to do. And I think defending will come naturally to a defender, even if they are out with an injury. What doesn't come naturally is that match sharpness, your first touch, and just being on the ball. So this is a perfect game for him to be able to do that, express himself, get used to, those fantastic passes that he's been playing this whole season again, and just get back into the flow of things in the team. Ezri Konsa is just a stalwart. He very, very rarely gets rested. And obviously, Dizazi is cup-tied in the FA Cup, so he cannot play. So I think Konsa is there. I mean, he's pretty much our vice-captain, if not our captain in this situation. I know generally at default, Stormy Martinez, I think it could go to Konsa just as well. And then Andres Garcia, I think Matty Cash is going to be preferred in the Champions League and in these really, really important Premier League games, if not even Dizazi as a right-back. Garcia needs game time. He's young. He's progressing really, really well. What a better game for him to show his offensive brilliance than against a lower league team and really get some good minutes in the tank. In midfield, yes, I have omitted both Tielemans and Boubacar Kamara. I don't think anyone would argue with you if you were to say that those two are probably going to be two of our most influential players in this Premier League run, in the two players that are going to be able to drag us back into Europe from that midfield role. They've played, well, maybe not Kamara because he's just coming back from injury. Again, he is just coming back from injury, so I think we need to be careful with him. But Tielemans, he's played so many goddamn minutes for Aston Villa this season. The guy needs a rest, and that is exactly what I would do this game. Lamar Bagard has progressed fantastically for Aston Villa this season, and he is more than capable of putting in a fantastic performance in the middle of the park against Championship opposition. So I'll go for him to get him some minutes as well, because again, he needs minutes. He's going to be one of those players that's going to be really important in the run-in coming off of the bench, you would assume, or even filling in at centre-back, right-back, centre-mid, left-back, probably play him in goal. That's how versatile he has been this season. And then Onana, coming back from injury, again, should be a game where he can just have a lot of possession, a lot of the ball, get used to being in that starting 11 again. I think this is a good game to throw him in, at least get him 60, 70 minutes under his belt. If he's still not ready to start from injury, can we just sell him in the summer? Because goddamn, that guy actually must be made out of what is it? Is it like cotton candy where you just put it in water and it dissolves? That is his hamstring right about now. On the left-hand side of the midfield, Jacob Ramsey, again, good minutes needed. I'm going to go for Asensio from the start. We can't underestimate Preston. We have to start some of our big guns, and he is a big gun that I think needs to start. Again, generally not favoured in the Premier League. He's going to be favoured in the Champions League. I believe he can play against PSG. So I think get him 60 minutes here. He can probably win us the game in that 60 minutes. Fantastic. Done. Then Leon Bailey on the right. He has actually started playing really, really well recently. I've been really happy with how Leon Bailey has been playing. I think he's a player that needs to play games, and he's a confidence player. And by God, if he can get a goal or an assist against anyone, it's going to be against Preston. I mean, those slow Championship defenders are not going to like playing against him on the wing. And then Donyell Malen, not in the Champions League squad. Watkins hasn't been playing fantastically. Give Malen the nod. He's going to be so important in the Premier League. He needs to get minutes under his belt, and he needs to get confident in front of goal. This is the perfect game for him to do that. But is this going to be an easy game? Is this going to be a rollover? Absolutely not. Preston, despite being 14th in the Championship, haven't lost a game at home for like 15 games. Aston Villa struggle to win away. FA Cup seems to give underdogs like secret powers. It seems like they shove like, what is it that Superman's weak to? Like kryptonite? They shove it in the socks of all the Premier League teams when they're playing these lower league oppositions. Look at what Plymouth done this year. They beat Liverpool. They took Man City into a scrap. There's always that one or two lower league teams that just really do well. Aston Villa have been burnt by lower opposition in the past as well. I think back to that Blackpool game 10 or so years ago. So we can't act like this is going to be a rollover. We can't act like it's going to be really, really easy. Should we win it? Absolutely. We're 9th in the Premier League. We're like 2 points off of the top 5. We're in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, for Christ's sake. We really, really should be winning this game. And that's the attitude that I think the players should come on with. Yes, you never overestimate or underestimate. You never look past your opponents. You don't look and think we have 1 foot in. I've just done a step there. I've realised you can't even see, but you don't think you have 1 foot in the semi-final already. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but we have to win this game. The team I've put out, I think, is good enough, and I think we are going to win this game. Let's be fair here. I don't think anyone would bet against Aston Villa in this scenario. I'm going to go for a 3-0 Aston Villa win. I'm going to go Donyell Malen to get his first goal for Aston Villa. I'm going to go Leon Bailey to get a goal, and I'm going to go, let's give Lamar Bagard the nod and say that he is going to grab one as well. Him or Andres Garcia, I can't confirm or deny which one's going to get the goal, but one of those two as well. What do you think? What are your predictions? Leave them down in the comments below. I'll be very, very excited to see those. I'll be watching the game. I honestly cannot wait for us to hopefully get into the semi-final of the FA Cup. See you soon at the Villa.